Good morning guys and welcome to my sugar channel, and in today's video I will take a look at a very interesting game between Arimori Kozo and Fujii Sota. And I remember this game happened in the first qualifying round of the 67th Ōshō Title, and in this game Arimori Kozo will be Sente and Fujii Sota will be Gote. Okay, the very first move made by Arimori Kozo is pawn to 7-6. He tried to open the bishop diagonal, pawn to 8-4, bishop to 7-7. I think this move is to prevent the pawn push to 8-6 by Fujii. Pawn to 3-4. Fujii tried to open the bishop diagonal as well, and rook to 8-8. And I think this kind of opening is Mukabisha, which is called rook 8-5 for Sente. Pawn to 1-4, silver to 6-8, pawn to 1-5, king to 4-8, king to 4-2. I believe the two player want to bring the king to the safer place. King to 8-3-8, silver to 6-2, king to 2-8. Go from 6-1 to 5-2, and in the last couple move, two player try to develop some pieces. Pawn to 5-6. Okay, this move is try to making room for the silver to go to 5-7, and each can go to 6-6 or even go to 4-6 to target pawn on 3-4. Okay, king to 3-2 and lines to 1-8. Okay, I believe this move is like Arimori Kozo tried to bring the king to 1-9 and build another castle. Pawn to 2-4, king to 1-9, king to 2-3, silver to 2-8, silver to 3-2, and now we can see the two different kind of castle by both player. If Arimori Kozo tried to build another castle, and in other hand, Fujii Sota tried to build a middle castle for his king, silver to 5-7, and next move Fujii trade the bishop take the bishop on 7-7 with promotion, knight take, and silver back to 5-1. And I believe this move is try to maneuver the silver to 4-2 or even to 3-3 to strengthen the castle or the middle castle. But I believe this is the only move Fujii can do, I believe, because it's very hard to push the pawn. Like if Fujii try to push pawn like pawn to 7-4, a Kozo can drop the bishop on 5-5 to attack both the rook and the lance, and it's very hard to prevent this. Even if Gote can drop the bishop on 3-3, but this doesn't do anything. The bishop can take the rook with promotion in 8-2. The bishop take the knight with promotion, try to attack the rook, but the rook can go to 9-8, and the rook is very safe here. So that's why Fujii try to not to push support, and he tried to renewable the silver to 5-1 and to go to 3-3. Okay, let's go back with the game. After the move silver to 5-1, pawn push to 8-6. This move try to prevent the pawn push to 8-5 by Fujii. Silver to 4-2, go to 3-9. Okay, Arimori Kozo try to complete his Anaguma castle. Silver from 4-2 to 3-3. Go to 5-8, and this goal can go to 4-8, and finally go to 3-8 to strengthen the castle. Pawn to 4-4, pawn to 4-6, and pawn to 2-5. Well, this move looks like Fujii is trying to weaken his king side, but this is a very good move by Fujii Sota. And you can see the two pawn on 1-5 and 2-5 control a lot of square, It's control the square 4-6 and 2-6. It make me feel like Arimori king side is very hard to move. Okay, and pawn to 6-6. Okay, this is not a very good move by Arimori Kozo. I mean, this move is make the silver cannot go up because it's blocked the road to the silver to go to 6-6. The better move I think for Arimori Kozo in this situation is just go with the goal to 4-8 and finally go to 3-8 to complete his Anoma Castle. Okay, let's go back. After Arimori push the pawn to 6-6, pawn push to 7-4. It seems like Fujii want to bring the knight to 7-3 to prevent pawn push to 6-5 by Kozo. Pawn to 6-5 anyway. Pawn to 5-4. I believe Fujii will try to bring the goal to 5-3. So to prevent the attack, like if Arimori Kozo bring the rook to 6-8 and he try to push the pawn to 6-4, it will be a very dangerous attack. Okay, rook to 6-8, and instead of go to 5-3, I think Fujii afraid of the move bishop drop on 7-1. Attack both the rook and the goal, and after the rook like move to 5-2, the bishop can take the goal with promotion, force the rook to take back, and now he can push the pawn to 6-4. And after the pawn trade and the rook in the 6-4 square is very strong, he can go to 6-2 and 6-1 with promotion. And because of that, Fujii not bring the goal to 5-3. Instead, he dropped the bishop on 3-1. Okay, and this is a very funny moment. Arimori bring back the rook to 8-8. It is not a good move by him. I think the better move is try to bring the silver to 6-6 and maybe push the pawn to 5-5 and try to attack on the 6-5 instead of losing tempo by bringing the rook back to 8-8. Okay, so he did not want to attack and he wanted to bring back the rook to 8-8 to defense. Okay, pawn push to 7-5, pawn take, bishop take, pawn drop on 7-6 to attacking the bishop. Bishop go back to 3-1 and go to 6-7. Arimori tried to bring more pieces into the game to defense. Silver go to 4-3, pawn to 3-6, silver to 2-4. I believe in the future Fujii can push the pawn to 3-5 to start an attack on the third file of Arimori. Silver draw back to 4-8, knight to 3-3, and silver go to 3-7. And this silver here can protect the pawn on 4-6 and also protect the square on 2-6, preventing Fujii push the pawn to 2-6. And if you look at this position, you can see the position is very solid, but Fujii has something to do. If Fujii notice, he can drop the pawn on 7-5. If pawn take, bishop take. If Arimori drop the pawn on 7-6 to kick the bishop away, the bishop can take the goal on 3-9 with promotion, force the silver to take back, and now Fujii can drop the goal on 4-7 to attack the silver, and now Fujii can ahead of the game. But he did not notice this and he just bring the bishop to 5-3. Okay, let's go back with the game after Fujii bring the bishop to 5-3. Okay, bishop drop on 6-6. Arimori tried to prevent the pawn drop on 7-5. Okay, pawn push to 6-4, but instead of taking the pawn like this, Sente bring the silver to 7-5 to pin this pawn away. Okay, and now Fujii has something to think here, and he need to be very carefully. If you take a pawn, it will be a mistake, and after bishop take, go take, bishop drop on 7-1, attacking both the rook and the go, and now it's very hard to defend. If we go like this, rook to 5-2, well, the knight can take the pawn. Now a lot of pressure going up with this go here, and even if he bring the rook up to 8-3, now the knight can also take the pawn, and now still a lot of pressure going on with this go here. So instead of taking the pawn, Fujii bring the rook to 6-1, try to bring more piece to defend this 6-5. Okay, and now it's time for Kozo to think. If he take the pawn, and now it's his turn to make a mistake, but because after the trade like this, he can no longer attack. I mean, if he try to attack like dropping a bishop to a2, attacking the last and the rook can easily take the go here with promotion. And I think he has to drop the pawn here on 6-5, kicking the rook away, and the rook just easily go back to 6-2, and nothing Arimori can do here. And if he try to take with the bishop, is just going the same. After the trade, pawn drop on 6-5, the rook can just drop back to 6-2, and nothing he can do. And because of that, he had to approach in a different way, and he tried to push the pawn on 5-5. And the reason behind this is after Fujii take, the rook can bring to 5-8 to attack on the center of the board. Okay, pawn take, but instead of bring the rook to 5-8, which is the best move in this situation, he made a big mistake by bringing the go to 6-6, and now, well, why is this a mistake? Because the go is much more useful when it's located in the 6-7 square. But when he bring up, this silver here cannot no longer protect the 5-7 square, and now this pawn can very likely to push to 7-6 and push to 5-7 to promote. Okay, the pawn take, bishop trade, go take, and now bishop drop on 7-1, attacking the rook here. Rook move to 5-2, and now Arimori goes into some trouble. He did not have good move here. If he take this pawn, and now like I said before, nothing is protected this square. Now the pawn can go to 5-6, and it's very hard for Arimori to prevent this pawn to promote it. If you try like this, just drop here, drop bishop here to attack the rook go back, and now just take the pawn on 7-6 with promotion and attack both the pieces. Okay, and if you take this pawn on 5-5, it's still a big mistake, because Fujii can easily drop the bishop on 6-6, attacking the go and also attacking the knight. If the go move, just take the knight with promotion, and the rook is under attack, and it's very hard to defend for Kozo in this situation. Even if you take with the knight, nothing changed. The bishop can drop on 7-7 to attack both go and the rook, and the rook move like this, take the go, and Fujii is ahead of this game. So, like I said, he should not bring the go to 6-6. Instead of that, he should bring the rook to 5-8, attack the pawn with the rook first, and then bring the go into the game. Okay, so this go move to 6-6 is a very terrible move, and after this move, Fujii Sota is way ahead of this game, and he has a lot of advantage to attack the king on one knight of Arimori Kozo. Okay, pawn take, bishop take, go take, bishop drop on 7-1, rook move to 5-2, and now Arimori, after a while, he decided to take the 6-5 pawn. Okay, pawn push to 5-6. In the next move, this pawn can go to 5-7 with promotion. Okay, rook go to 5-8 to attack this pawn, but bishop drop on 4-7, attacking the rook and also protecting this pawn. Rook have to drop back, and pawn drop on 6-7. And after this move, Arimori Kozo decided to resign the game. Well, the reason why he resigned, because he no longer can defend in this position. If he try to defend like pawn drop on 6-9, and now, well, Fujii can move the go to 4-3, and so the rook now can support this pawn. Now he tried to go with the goal to 4-8 to attacking the bishop, also protecting the square, just push the pawn. And now if he take the bishop, now the pawn can go to 5-8 to attack the rook, and the rook has to go to 3-9, and this position is very horrible for Arimori Kozo. And if he take this promoted pawn, just push the just drop the pawn on 5-8. And now if he move, of course, if he move the rook can take the goal. And now this position is much better for Fujii Sota. And if you try to go like this, use the bishop to take the goal, and now after, well, of course you can try to do something like dropping the pawn on 5-3, but just take the rook, and after taking like this, Fujii Sota is still much better, and the king on 2-3, Fujii very safe compared to this king. Okay, but still, in other way, he can he can sacrifice the bishop, like taking the go, but this move is not better than the last move, because now Fujii just pushed the pawn to 5-7 with promotion, and next move he just pushed the pawn, and nothing Arimori Kozo can do more. Okay, I think this is very interesting game, but it's very short game, and Arimori Kozo make a big mistake, like push go to 6-6, and he forget that this pawn on 5-5 can go here to promote. So okay, I think this is the end of my video, and I hope I can see you guys in the next video.